Everybody couldn't wait till the spring started to roll around. Well, it's starting to warm up. The call's starting to roll in, and this is the time to be very selective. Not just put anybody on the schedule, but put the right client's schedule. For me, what's the right client? I would say anybody that's in a weed control and fertilization, anybody who need a turf program from a residential standpoint. I'm trying to gain some residential clients, and we're gonna say this, y'all. Say ground zero. Ground zero. I have no lawn care customers. Got out of the mowing side of the business, specifically focused on weed control, fertilization, and of course, I do have a high ticket for our sod installation. I'll be continuing to do to just keep revenue up until I actually grow out my lawn care business, but it's not my primary focus. So how am I going to pick up new clients? That's like anybody starting out. They'll be like, man, how do I get new clients in this such and such, right? For me, I always start with where you already got momentum going. If you got a good face out here, as far as, for instance, I got almost 150 Google reviews. That's not an easy thing to do. That means people value me as a person to be able to leave those reviews. So I dip back into that box of communicating with them. Like, hey, although I'm not in the mowing business, I am specialized in turf management. Would you like application? Are you interested in weed control and fertilization? And then I give them some value for us. Hey, and I did use ChatGPT to help me craft this message, but I'm really, really particular when it comes to ChatGPT. Like, you can't just put something in there and get a generic answer. You got to dial in, literally dial in. Like, I almost wanted to give a response like how I talk, because people know how I talk, and especially my previous clients. So back to what I'm saying, I communicate with those previous clients to try to see if they're interested. That's low hanging fruit. If I got good rapport that I have with that previous customer, if they don't use me, like if they already got somebody like a True Green, because I know many of them did have turf management companies. At least I'm planting a seed. They know I'm back out here, I'm back outside, and I'm available, and I'm specializing in one specific thing. So hopefully that gives some messages. I actually sent out about 15 text messages this morning. I got 3 responses so far. It's early morning. It's not, people at work, people having meetings, etc. So hopefully by the end of the day, maybe I get 5 replies. That's 5 potential clients. If I get 5 replies and they're on board, because I know some people, they've been wanting me to do this stuff. So I think it's going to pick up pretty fast. Being dialed into my numbers and all those things, it's going to be the process of routing, of course, just like with mowing. Route density is still important when it comes to weed control and fertilization, even though it's the profits are of course different and things like that. But yeah, so that's where I'm starting. I message people, and this is going to be my second follow-up. Say the people who I message, say if I don't get a response out of all 10 or 15 that I message, I'm probably going to send about 20 out today. That way I can manage the communication, because I don't have that automated. So what I'll do is I'm sending out 20 by the end of the day. I sent out 15 already. I'm gonna send 5 more out. I'm just trying to be selective of where these clients are located. I don't want to be traveling to an area that I no longer service, or I don't want to be traveling to an area that I no longer service. I just got a call. Sorry if it froze on you. So part 2 of that, after I reach out to them, I'm gonna give it 3 days, y'all. 3 days, because people have busy lives. Give it 3 days for people to respond. If they don't, that's when I actually hit them up, do a method, and that's going to be by email. All of your clients, if you guys do not have a CRM that you're collecting like data, where you're being able to email, mail, or text message these people, you're tripping, because it's low-hanging fruit to communication. Sometimes people don't see an email. Some people prefer a text message or a call. or maybe if you even send something in the mail, you know what I mean? So it's different methods I'm going to be consistent at. But that's only if somebody shows interest. If somebody shows interest, now I know that, hey, this is a warm lead possibility. I had one. I haven't messaged any of them back just yet, but I do plan on messaging them back. They've been giving me buzzes since I got on this live, because I just kind of sent some of these messages out this morning. But I was trying to think of low hanging fruit. Where can I get the most customers the fastest? Where you already got trust built. They already got trust built. They've left reviews in the past. They were satisfied with the quality of service I provided. So all I'm doing is redirecting that same energy and passion that I have for, maintaining their lawns from an aesthetic standpoint, as far as the maintenance and hedge trimming and mulch jobs and all that stuff, to actually turf management. So I don't think it's a reach. You know what I mean? So I'm still within the same industry, just specializing in a specific thing. So alongside that, y'all, how else am I going to pick up customers? Door hangers. Yes, I'm doing door hangers. I have to do door hangers to try to get relevance in specific areas. I'm trying to build a route in the area. Everybody don't look online. So you got some people that, they're not going to search online. But I feel like majority of people do. So for those people, I'm going to use door hangers. And then number 3, I'm not going to say number 3 because this should be number 1 off top. Having a website, guys. Having a website and having a Google business listing, a Google business profile. Super important. Y'all hear me say that a lot. But if you're trying to think of, how could I pick up new clients and what's the easiest way to pick up new clients, least less costly and stuff like that, people are already looking for you. What about the people who are already looking for you, already need what you provide, and they just haven't found you because you're not online nowhere? And let me give you a little bit of gem to that too. Say if you're not online, right? Just an example. You're not online and you're around a new development, new neighborhood, and there's nobody providing this service. If you put your business online, if there's somebody providing the service in the city, in the area that has 100, 200 reviews, whatever, you're still going to pop up in number 1 position based off of where you're located. So you can rank number 1 based off proximity. So what that means is if you're trying to grow in your neighborhood or a specific area close by, it's absolutely necessary to have a business profile, because people will be able to, as soon as they look up weed control or lawn care or landscape, they'll find you because you're there, you exist. You'll be number 1 as well. You'll be number 1 in their eyes because it's based on proximity, not just, reviews and all that stuff and website and all this SEO stuff. It's not just based off of that. It's many different factors. Google like to show people who are the closest to the people who are looking for the service. They're not going to, find somebody that's an hour away, 30 minutes away, when you're literally right in that service area. So that's another way. Make sure you got to listen. I got to listen. And that's how I'm going to organically pick up clients as this season progresses. But I do have to be dialed into having the right information in place so people understand what service I offer. I don't want them come to my website or come to my Google business listing and they're confused at all. I don't want them to be confused at all. So being clear about the services that I'm offering on the page, on my landing page, my main page of my website, is basically the doormat to your business when people go to your website. And people should be able to tell within the top folder of your page, what exactly do you do? What service you offer? What do you do? They should know that without having to scroll. They should be able to look at the first glimpse of your page and know what you're about. So that's a piece of important if you guys are doing your own stuff, or you're hiring a company, make sure it's explaining clearly your service. Try not to confuse people. I noticed, like, I feel like it's almost like every company's like this, and I get it. Like landscape, lawn care companies, they have like they got so many different services they offer. I'm guilty of that. Like I'm very guilty of that. I got mentors beyond me, trying to tell me to get on track, stay focused. What am I known for, etc. So and then reading a great amount of books and seeing how the success of people who the the Jeff Bezos, the just big people, big millionaires, billionaires who are micro focused and obsessed with the specific thing that they're passionate about and what they do. Those are people who are thriving. So, certain companies out here, you don't have to, dilute yourself and offer all these different things to appease what you desire to do as far as passion. If you just really focus on that specific part of the industry, you'll do well because at the end of the day, the green industry, whether you're doing just lawn aerations alone, nothing else, it's $1 million, $1 billion industry. You know what I mean? If you're just doing weed control, $1 billion industry. If you're mowing lawns, $1 billion industry. Like there's opportunities for either any and every one of them. But to try to appease clients, sometimes we do everything. And when you think about doing everything, sometimes you're not set up for certain things. Like for instance, if somebody was getting into if somebody's in lawn care, right, and they're just mowing lawns, they might not have a dump trailer to do hardscaping and sod projects and all that stuff, but yet they're doing it. But they're having to rent a dump trailer or have stuff delivered a specific way or whatever. They're doing things that's outside of their norm schedule to accommodate these requests, and sometimes that's where we kind of can get misfocused. It's called like they call it the lady in the red dress. That's what Harmozy call it, right? Lady in the red dress is a distraction sometimes. Like when you're supposed to be focused on a specific thing, that lady in the red dress, she walks by and you looking, and next thing you know, you're on the wrong track because you're looking at her while you're supposed to be focused on something else. Hope you get that analogy. But picking up new clients. So first, I started with the previous customers I had. I used my reputation and my business basically to know which clients to reach out to try to, because it's some clients that are too far out, they're too far out from where I'm at, and I don't want to go 45 minutes just to try to build a route if I don't have many customers in that area. Number three, I'm putting out mailers. I'm putting out door hangers. Door hangers, not mailers. Mailers are EDDM. I'm not doing EDDM. I'm doing door hangers specifically. And I'm gonna continue to hit this neighborhood multiple times, multiple rounds to try to make some conversions. Number four, making sure you got the website, even though the website should be number one. Having a website and not just having a website. People should be able to go to your website and understand what you do. But if you want to take it another notch, even though I ain't gonna say it's off subject because everything is cohesive. You can actually systemize it, create a system. Like that'd be my biggest thing about a website. A website, y'all don't understand how much it can save you. It's like an employee that works 24/7, meaning daylight to night, without you having to pay them by the hour or by the day or by the week or whatever. You pay them by the month, one little payment, maybe. Maybe you heard what I said, right? Maybe. I mean, I know a little something about having a website and not having to pay crazy fees and stuff for them. So yeah, if y'all don't have a website, I'm gonna put myself out there a little bit. I can build you one, and it won't cost you anything. It won't cost you nothing. You just have to own your domain, and I can create it for you. But that's just I'm only doing that for a couple of people, just so you guys can see that you can actually get traction in your business when you have an online presence. I'm not gonna just do that for 1,000,001 people. I might do it for like 2, just show you, hey, this is the opportunity. But anywho, If you see this, comment in the comment section. That way I can know what's up, and I'll get in touch with you. I might leave my email or something like that. But back to what I'm saying. Yeah, so I'm gonna put out the mailers, have them on website, and make sure I have a Google business profile. Google, man, yeah, over here in my neighborhood. Make sure you got a Google um business profile so you can get that organic, y'all. You hear what I'm talking about? Organic clients that's searching for you already. That is so important. And I shouldn't say it's underrated, because I feel like nowadays everybody get it. They have to have some online presence. And like, if you want to, you of course you can do like the Facebooks, the Instagram, like you could, but it's a very high maintenance to try to stay consistent on those platforms unless you have a system in place. So I would definitely recommend, at minimum, if you're gonna put your business online, make sure you get you a business profile, Google business profile in your local area. That's gonna help you out a lot, and having a website. But those two ways alone, y'all, you can really thrive. Those few ways, not two ways, few ways to pick up clients, and that's my game plan. And it takes patience to make it happen, but I like being online. Is my favorite thing. Reason being is SEO is very important, and when you build out a website and you can rank in a number one spot on the first page, because it's two different ranking factors. I don't know if you guys know that. You can rank like when you're looking in the maps and you're looking up like a lawn care landscape area. That's one ranking. But then there's pages. Like if you scroll down and see what businesses are rated on which business are on the first page of Google, that's a different ranking. So it's different tactics to even get on those pages. It's a lot of work required and it's highly competitive. But getting on those pages, you get organic traffic, because, you know, they say if you want to hide something, put it on the second page of Google. People never go past the first page. So getting on that first page is high priority, and that's why you got billion-dollar companies like you got the Yelps, the Lawn Love, and Home Advice. You got all those companies that power and put a bunch of money behind getting on the first page for a specific industry, so they can do their lead generation thing. As far as the customers find them, they find what area the customer's in, they send it out to like 10 and 20 contractors, and everybody, and the customer communicate with a couple of them. I don't like that. I don't like lead generation stuff, y'all. I just feel like it's too scammy, and it's not fair to the contractor. Like I think when I started out, I used it's the difference between lead gen and there's a few different type of ways of lead generations, but I didn't like it because they'll send you a lead, right? But they also sent it to multiple people. So what happens is the customer, they're gonna communicate with 4 or 5 people, because they're like, hey, it's a buffet here, baby. You know what I'm saying? I got people begging to do service for me. They can't wait to do service with me. So it's more competitive, and not to say the price is driven down, but what if the customer is a transactional type customer and they just want to choose the cheapest person, and you've had communication with this person, you've went over and estimated their property, and now you've paid for the lead. How many people you think got to pay for a lead? You know, the company's making, good money because you paid for the lead, but only one person got the job. That ain't cool. Like, nah, that ain't cool. So, or setting your online presence helps you from an organic standpoint of reaching people without having to spend excessive, amounts of money. Yes, you have to invest a little bit more time, I would say, as far as staying consistent on posting and keeping your platform updated. But for the most part, like me, I try to address mine like on an annual basis. Like on January, February, like now, I'll be rebuilding and seeing, hey, what direction I'm going. Can I do something better about what I'm already doing? I'm trying to do I'm trying to improve what I already have before I try to add anything new or anything like that. I'm trying to improve it and make it the best quality, make it easily readable. It's so many things. Make sure it's mobile optimized. Well, that's just when I'm pertaining to the website and stuff like that. But yeah, I want everybody to thrive this season, but I know we get this spring rush and you get a bunch of, people inquiring. I'm big about having a system in the background. Like, nobody knows my system in the background because it's all my CRM is doing a lot of the work. It's automations going on. It's automatically scheduling people. Like, people can schedule themselves. Like, my process is a little bit, it's smooth. I love it, and it's worked for me for the last year or so. So I'm implementing it in my landscape business. I got another business, of course, with my Christmas lights, but I'm implementing this process within my landscape business because what it may not work for, like, you know one-off projects. For reoccurring service, it does. It works smooth. And I still, my CRM is a big piece of what helps me keep things organized and, communicating with clients and stuff like that. Like, I love the CRM I have. The price point that I pay for it based off of other softwares that I've tried. I've tried out so many different CRMs. I've tried at least over 10 different types of CRMs to try to see what's going to be better fit for me. And I feel like the one that I'm using now, which is HoneyBook, it really, really helps me in so many ways. Like, for a client to be able to, they reach out to me, right? The inquiry come in on the website. They get a brochure or a guide to whatever they're inquiring about. I do have like multiple different ones, and like if it's lawn aeration, it'll be something specific for that. If it's weed control, it'll be specific for that. It really depends on what it's for. Um, and then after they receive that, like, for it said, like I told you, I'm not doing too many services, so I got two different type of things I'm pushing: sod installation and weed control fertilization. So for sod installations, there's multiple step processes that happen there. I can't just automate it and everything's done. However, my estimate is pretty much tailored and it is ready to go based off of what type of grass I'll be installing. I got a centipede proposal. I have a Bermuda proposal. I have a Georgia proposal. I have a St. Augustine proposal. Only thing that's different about these quotes that I would have to go in and change is the metrics of the property. So every property is a different size. So of course I got to go in and change the price for that, and possibly, like, I do lined item quotes so people can select which features they want. But for the most part, based on my sod installation, the whole quote is pretty much ready to go whenever I get my metrics together. Oh, it's ready to go. I hit the send button. I can hit the send button once I got my metrics together. I don't need to do no crazy overthinking. Literally, I can send it over to them, and I got all my. I've already calculated all of my overhead. All that stuff is plugged in already. But the customer will be able to, select the grass type and all that stuff. Like, after I go and get metrics on the property, and I send over that proposal. This right here is the coolest part for me. And I set the expectations when I talk to the customer. I tell them, like, hey, when I send over this quote, it's going to be broken down pretty detailed. It's a few different slides you can go through, and it'll give you an explanation of, everything that's included within the service. Then I said it does give you a few payment options. For like sod installation, for instance, we do require a 50% deposit to be added to the schedule, and they can't. I have the schedule on my proposal where they can actually select their date, and they can see my calendar because I can block off what dates I want to be available and stuff like that. And stuff like that is super helpful. So that process of becoming a customer after I go estimate it, it can happen within, without me having to over communicate, because everything is there. The service agreement is there. The payment portal is there. I don't have to keep sending nothing. There ain't no back and forth. Boom, one file, and this is the file that I created, and that's why I like using HoneyBook. It's called Smart Files, and man, you can get really creative with those Smart Files. You can get really creative with the Smart Files. And the software also integrate with Zapier. If you guys know about Zapier, Zapier is a automation software that communicate with APIs. So you like, so if you got a different type of CRM, long as it's compatible to communicate with other CRMs, you can make a lot of things happen. But yeah, y'all, back to the subject at hand, because I feel like customers customers and having like website stuff and CRM, all that stuff run hand in hand. I know sometimes I can get off track a little bit, but it's all business related, baby. If it help you, it help you. If it, I'm pretty sure somebody got some type of value and found out something that they didn't know. I hope so, at least. But I'm gonna get going because I just wanted to chop it up with y'all and let y'all know what I'm working on actively, and I'm gonna let y'all know what the client base is turning out like. Because as of right now, we're at the end of February. Today is, what my watch say? Today is the 26th. Today's the 26th. We got about, it's really 3 weeks before it's considered spring, March 20th, right? But we still have that the frost dates that we got to bypass, which is, I believe, March 28th or something like that. So just being mindful of all that. But after that, April, it's gonna start warming up a little bit more. In May, it's game time in May, y'all. So as of right now, what's important, not only attracting the right clients, trying to land the right clients, being selective about it. You have to. I feel like you have to, because you can be chasing your tail sometime. You accepting customers everywhere. If it's a one-off project and giving it to some thousands of bucks involved, okay, I get it. But for a low ticket, still got to be mindful of where people are located and if does it make sense. And if you do start to pick up a customer in that area, you got to market hard over in that area to try to pick up more clients. Because with weed control and fertilization, it's like a 2-for-1. The amount that you would make mowing lawns, you would need to have 2 weed control customers. But the pros of that is the amount of time that you're saving, and you got less time on that property, period. Less visits, less time. So it's a big difference. But I'm gonna be continuing to try to inform you guys on what's going on in my landscape world. Keep you some progress. I'm pretty much trying to document my journey. I'm gonna just say I'm at ground zero. I have 0 customers, 0, and I've started with messaging people that was previous clients, and I'm about to rebuild. And I'm confident that it's gonna work because it ain't too many things that. For one, it's gonna work. It has to work or it has to work. But I'm gonna go, y'all, because I'll be on here babbling all day and I got work to do. Later.